The time that it takes to fix pectus with exercise varies. And by the word fix, what I mean is building your body to such an extent, building such an impressive physique, a lean muscular body with chest development, ab and oblique development over the rib flare, and straightening your posture so that you're no longer rounded over. Doing that takes time. This is not a small transformation. It's not like you need to build a couple kilos of muscle or lose a couple kilos of fat. For most of you, it's a really big transformation that's needed, both posturally and from a muscular development and body composition standpoint. Now, the time will vary. It depends on a variety of factors like genetics, commitment to the training program, whether you're following a proper proven program like my programs, or you're just doing random workouts hoping for a result, fingers crossed. Whether you're applying yourself to nutrition, hitting calorie and protein targets each day, whether you're stretching, what your starting point is, and other lifestyle factors. So there's a variety of factors that will influence the time that it takes, the biggest of which being your starting point. And whether you're starting from a complete beginner with no muscular development, maybe you're overweight or you're super skinny and your posture is really bad, obviously the further you are on the starting spectrum, the further this is going to take. And the reality is, for 99% of you, it's going to take a year to achieve a significant enough of a result that your pectus truly is less noticeable. Not just kind of less noticeable, but truly, like you take off your shirt and you're actually confident in the way your body looks. That's how I define fixing pectus. And to achieve that, you really need to change. For me, it took years and years and years. I've been training for 10 years, but I figured it out now. How to train properly, how to eat, how to stretch to get the results fast and do everything properly for pectus. So what I want to do is just show you some examples of some client transformations and run you through the length of which it took for them to achieve that result. Okay, so this is Oisin's transformation. He was actually a client with me for 2 years to achieve this result. Look at the difference between his rib flare to his developed and chiseled abs and obliques, the development of his chest and how that makes his sunken chest look less noticeable, and just overall having an impressive physique from being like skinny with really poor posture to then good posture. Look at how his shoulders are rounded at the start. So Oisin completely transformed. It's incredible. This is why this transformation is just 6 months. Crazy. He's been so dedicated to the program, all elements of it, nutrition, training, stretching, and the results speak for themselves. He's gone from like a skinny fat physique to absolutely shredded, lean and muscular. His physique is truly incredible now, and I'm so proud of him. He's absolutely crushing it. This is Ruslan. Ruslan's transformation was 1 year, 2022 challenge. He completely transformed. Look at the development of his chest. Look at the way his pectus looks. Look at that like pot belly like appearance compared to how it is once he developed his physique, and his posture obviously transformed a lot as well, making his pectus so much less noticeable. This is Archie's transformation from a year on my training. All these peers were commenting on his transformation about how much muscle he's grown and how good he's looking, and that gave him so much confidence, which is incredible. Obviously the result speaks for itself, you know, lean, muscular, he's at the beach, he's at the pool with a shirt off, which he said he always struggled to do, and now he's feeling confident in himself. This is Glenn's transformation. Glenn has a more severe case of pectus, so when you have a more severe case and you're on the beginner spectrum with not much muscle, the transformation's going to take longer to achieve. So for Glenn, it's been a work in progress, but he's put on like 15 kilos of muscle. He's really building his chest, building his abs and obliques around the rib flare, and he's using vacuum bell therapy as well to bring out his chest, and so the results so far have been incredible. He's still got some work to go to truly make it as least noticeable as it possibly can be, but he's doing great, and it's become a lot less noticeable, and he's become a lot more confident in his body. This is Mike's transformation. This took about a year to achieve. This transformation really shows how much getting a lean, muscular, like 10% body fat physique really masked the indent, really masked the rib flare, pot belly appearance. Such a crazy transformation in just a year. Like, just look at his posture from before and the way his indent was looking to his chest and the indent and his posture, and then his abs and his core compared to like the pot belly and rib flare from before. Full 360, hardly noticeable pectus, epic body, and he's in his 40s, so it just goes to show that age isn't that much of a factor. This is Oscar's transformation. He put on muscle so fast. In his transformation video that he shot for me, he said he put on 10 kilos of muscle in just 3 months only. It's a crazy transformation. You can see the whole shebang, how much less noticeable his pectus is, how awesome his physique developed too. So that was a short one, and he was a hyper responder to the training with good genetics and just completely transformed. Okay, here we have John. John has a more severe pectus, and for him, we utilized vacuum bell therapy. He was actually training at home, and he was pretty dedicated to the training for a year and was able to really mask his pectus and make it look a lot less noticeable. He's still with my coaching and still on the process with a more severe case. It does take longer, but he's really transforming his body, and his pectus has gone from super severe with the rib flare, the pot belly, bad posture, to his posture opening up. He's gotten a muscular physique, building his inner chest around the indent, and building his abs and obliques as well to help with the rib flare. So he's looking great. His pectus is a lot less noticeable. noticeable, and I can't wait to see his result at the end of my training. This is Jake. Jake was more experienced. He already had a foundation of muscle, and so for him it was just about some fine-tuning some things, getting to a lean muscular physique to really make his pectus as least noticeable as it can be. He transformed really fast, he responded quickly, he has good genetics, and he didn't have too much to do, so his result was only a couple months, to the point where he felt like he could look amazing with pectus, is what he said. This is Koi's transformation. Koi signed up for the 2022 year challenge, and this result though was only about 8 months into the challenge, so from the photo to the left to the photo to the right. So Koi went from bad posture, kind of skinny fat, accentuating his pectus, to lean, muscular, confident, happy. So Koi completely transformed. This is Brian's transformation. Brian was only a couple months on my training. He had a bit of experience and more of a foundation, and so for him we just needed to bulk up, put on a bit of size. As you can see, the size in his chest and abs and obliques that we added with the program really helps with the whole rib flare and pot belly like appearance. Adding that extra volume to his chest really helped mask it. So for Brian, he achieved the result pretty quick. This is Eric's transformation. Eric's transformation was a year. He went from really skinny to putting on solid amount of size and really masking his pectus. For Eric, still getting a leaner, more like 10% body fat physique will help him ultimately have the best body he can have and really mask his pectus as much as he possibly can. But just the foundation of muscle that he's put on from being really skinny, crazy result, makes his pectus look so much less noticeable. This is Roy. Roy was a hyper responder. He transformed so fast. This is only a couple months. He went from skinny with like a pot belly, skinny fat style body, to shredded epic physique in only a couple months. So he was a hyper responder to the training, and it was cool to see just how fast he transformed. This is Gabe. Gabe's transformation was a year in the making. He's really transformed his body, getting an awesome lean muscular physique and making his pectus a lot less noticeable. This is Richard. Richard's transformation was a year in the making. Richard went from overweight, which was really accentuating his pectus. It made his indent look deeper by having the fat in his belly, accentuating that pot belly appearance as well, and he had really poor posture too. So when we opened up his posture, we got a lean muscular physique and made his pectus so much less noticeable, and also made him healthy and happy and confident in his body. This is Jerome. Jerome's transformation that you can see on the screen is multiple years. The photo on the left is him as a kid before he started vacuum bell therapy. Then after a couple of years of consistent vacuum bell therapy and my training program, he's been able to completely transform his body, achieve like a Greek god style body with a hardly noticeable pectus and really quite a flat chest through the implementation of vacuum bell therapy in conjunction with the training and developing his body and opening up his posture. So yeah, his transformation has been a long journey, but he's really transformed and truly made his pectus as least noticeable as possible. This is Dylan, again, crazy transformation. He went from a skinny fat style body, which is the style of body composition that's greatly accentuating your pectus, as you can see in his before photo, pot belly, prominent indent, poor posture, and then he went to a model looking awesome, super shredded, super confident in his body. It's incredible to see, and pectus no longer gets him down, so he was able to fix his pectus, and his transformation was about a year in the making. This is Kridja. I love his transformation. It's crazy. Just look at the before and after in terms of the confidence and the way he holds himself, which is ultimately what I want you guys to achieve. He went from a really prominent case of pectus, hardly noticeable, and a really awesome body. Obliques, serratus is popping, chest definition, lean and muscular, and confident in his body. So his transformation is about a year in the making. So as you can see, the overwhelming amount of those transformations were from the year, like I was saying at the start of this video. That is the typical amount of time. Now, obviously it does vary, as I said at the start of this video as well. So if you're interested in fixing your pectus and you want to know the best approach for you and you want to follow the proven program, then go to my website, book a strategy call with me so I can meet you, see how beneficial exercise in my program will be, see the length of time that I think it will take you to achieve this result based on where you are at now. And we can build a relationship and get you started on this journey.